The agency believes that the best resource for the case family is extended family and a network of close friends. That is why caseworkers ask about possible relatives and friends that can help. Even if you don't know where a specific relative is living, we will conduct a diligent family search to try to locate them. Diligent family search is the ongoing efforts to search for and identify adult relatives and kin. It is used to engage kin in service planning and to support children and caregivers who are receiving services. Pennsylvania has provided the agency with access to several computer databases that help us locate kin. The agency has seen that the healthiest families and individuals are those with the greatest support system. The diligent family search process hopes to identify and locate helping persons for you that will strengthen and enhance your support system. Relatives will likely be the most committed to the case family. They share many of the same common values, beliefs, and culture, making them best equipped to support the family during difficult times. The parent's role is to listen to the advice of their support system, acknowledge their support, and accept their assistance. The agency hopes to identify an appropriate relative for a child to live with if they have been removed from their biological family's care until the family and child can be reunified. Diligent Family Search finds potential kinship caregivers for children who have open cases with the agency. In cases when reunification is not possible, many parents have found comfort knowing that their children have been able to live in a permanent, safe home with kin. Additionally, relationships between birth parents and their birth children are more likely to be supported and maintained when a child achieves permanency with kin.
The agency believes that the best option for children who cannot stay safely with their parents is for the child to be taken care of by relatives, also known as kin. The agency considers relatives as kin when the relative is up to the 5th degree of separation. A godparent, as recognized by an established church, or a close family friend who has an existing relationship with a child are also options for kinship placements. Being placed with a familiar person that knows the child's values, culture, and beliefs is shown to reduce the trauma and impact of being removed from parents. If a child has been removed by the agency through a court order, a caseworker will ask the biological family and the child to identify possible family members that might be willing, able, and appropriate to care for the child while placement outside the home is necessary. Formal kinship care is like resource care. It is the 24-hour care of a child when the courts have ordered the temporary removal of a child from their home. The agency will conduct a kinship resource care home study on the identified kinship home to assure the parent and the courts that the child is in a safe family setting. All kinship resource parents must meet basic requirements before being considered for approval. All potential resource parents must be at least 21 years of age or older. They must pass a physical by a licensed physician stating that they are physically and emotionally capable of caring for a child, as well as being free from communicable diseases. Criminal and child line clearances must be completed for every household member ages 14 and older, and FBI fingerprint clearances for every household member 18 years and older. All potential kinship resource parents must demonstrate financial stability and be able to show that having a child placed in their home will not create a hardship. Potential kinship resource parents must also participate in interviews with the resource family caseworker and complete the required initial training. Kinship resource homes must also meet minimum standards. These include separate bedrooms for adults and children, separate bedrooms for children over the age of 5 of a different gender, a clean bed for each child in the home, no exposed wires in the home, smoke detectors located on each level in the home, and a Class B fire extinguisher. The Kinship Resource Home must also provide a safe location for all weapons and medications. They must have safety screens for all fireplaces or wood stoves and a locked gate for all pools and hot tubs. Kinship Resource Homes must also agree to follow the Clean Indoor Air Act, which does not allow smoking in an approved resource home. Kinship Resource Homes are also not allowed to smoke around the children or in a vehicle when the child is being transported. Failure to meet these basic requirements could result in the family being denied as a resource home. Kinship Resource Homes receive support from the agency throughout the placement of the child. Supports include initial and yearly training, 24/7 caseworker services, a tax-free daily per diem, and medical insurance for the child. The agency also assists the Kinship Resource family in setting up daycare services when necessary. Family group decision-making is a voluntary service available to all families in Lycoming County. It invites family, extended family, friends, and community supports to be the decision makers for their children and families. It encourages families to come together to make short and long-term decisions. Family group decision-making recognizes that the strength of the family lies within. The family will choose who attends their meeting, and agency staff may make recommendations in that area. The meeting will be scheduled at a time and location that fits the needs of the family. Meetings can be held at the Shawrell Building, a public setting such as a church or library, or a family home. It is not uncommon for family group decision-making meetings to last a few hours. It will last as long as the family needs. Each meeting consists of 3 phases. Phase 1 is when information is gathered. Phase 2 is private family time. During this time, the family discusses and develops their plan without agency and provider participation. Phase 3 consists of plan review and follow-up discussion. The assigned children and youth caseworker or juvenile probation officer will need to accept and approve the plan. This family group decision-making plan is an attachment to the family service plan. Family teaming is another type of meeting used to develop a family service plan and child permanency plan, as well as help the identified family develop solutions for existing concerns. The family and the caseworker work together to identify a case team of relatives, other supportive individuals, and service providers. The family team would also help to identify family strengths and resources. Once the concerns, strengths, and resources are identified, the family team, and the agency caseworker will identify the necessary objectives that will resolve the identified concerns.